Alright, g'day folks, my name's Ashley, and today, in this episode of the $100 Hamburger, I'm going to do a flight, this time from Moorabbin in Melbourne, Australia, to Latrobe Valley. And so I'll just pop the brakes off, increase the power, and we'll just get started. It is a VFR flight, however we will be using NDBs to navigate. And runway's clear, RPM's up, airspeed's rising, 71 rotate, here we go. Alright, positive rate of climb, runway's out of sight, speed's below 112, gear up. And just pull it back 25 inches. Alright, so we'll start a right hand turn. And we'll be overflying the nav aid and then tracking, I think it's 091 and it's 66 nautical miles. So what I'll do is Alright, so we're going to be tracking outbound on the NDB. I have tuned it into Moorabbin, however, I was unable to identify it because of the volume. So we'll pretend that it's identified. I can assure you that's it, because it's moving so quickly. I know that is it. I've set the HSI to the outbound track, and obviously at this stage, the head of the needle is to the right of the track we want. So I'm actually going to stop about there. It'll start moving quite quickly. Just goes down a little bit. Keep pushing that manifold pressure up. So yeah, 5,500 feet would be good because we're heading eastbound, so it'll be odd plus 500. And there goes the needle, that's station passage. We left that turn a bit late, but that's okay. Obviously we would have been in contact with Melbourne departures by this stage. Just going by memory, I think the Moorabbin airspace is up to 2,500 feet. I'm not too worried about radio comms. Alright, let's just note the time. Let's make it about 03 overhead. Okay, we can see that the tail of the needle is to the left of the track we want, so therefore heading outbound we're going to have to go right of the track. 3,500 feet, 2,000 feet to go. Keep pushing the throttle forward. And just left fuel pump off, fuel pressure is still good. And you'll see when I press it off, you'll see the fuel pressure gauge does move a little bit. And fuel pressure is still good. So climb checklist, we've got 100 set, climbing to 5,500 feet, you have 1,000 feet to go, power is set 25, and the throttle is fully forward now. Instruments waiting to intercept our outbound track, so showing about 10:15, so that's actually pretty much about now. Let's head back on that heading. VFR should be looking outside. 500 feet to go. Start lowering the nose a bit. 4,500 feet. And I don't have any VFR, Australian VFR sectional charts with me, so I'm just going by memory here. And the information I grabbed on skyvector.com. That should be the Princess Highway heading outbound, which goes right through the Latrobe Valley. It goes right past the airport. I'm just waiting for the speed to accelerate, and we'll settle with 2323. So 23 inches. Just go a bit below it, because as I pull the RPM back, pitch lever manifold will increase. As you can see, 23, 23. Close the cow flaps. Cylinder head temperatures will start to rise, speed settled down. Alright, so it's expected to take 27 minutes to get there. It's 27, so it actually should be there at ETA 30 at Latrobe Valley. Cruise, so we've got the power set, 23 inches, 23. Mixture, I'm not going to worry about laying the mixture. Instruments set on our outbound track, 091, tracking NDB from Moorabbin. We'll switch at about, I don't know, 15. I'm with the time on the clock here, I'm in the upper left corner. So, just note that down. And the Latrobe Valley NDB is already dialed in. It is 486. And my first PC was a 486. As you can see, there's no DME. It's going from NDB to NDB. So you strictly got time, and that is it. Obviously there is GPS, but I'm going to try and do this without making reference to the GPS. Lovely morning. Look out there. The mountains to the left, so you have Mount Dandenong just off the wingtip there. To the south, yeah, you've got like the coast, and also there should be Phillip Island and things like that down there. That's probably French Island down there. Alright, so to do an NDB approach or not? I tell you what, I will do an NDB approach. However, I will do an additional video just on doing the NDB approach into Latrobe Valley as well. So, even though this is a VFR flight, I will intend to do an NDB approach. It's NDB Alpha, it's for category Alpha and Bravo aircraft. This is a category B aircraft. There's an NDB at the field, and the approach starts at the field at 3,000 feet, tracking outbound 028. Go outbound for 2 minutes, then make a right-hand turn, tracking inbound 227, which we can descend to 980 feet. The outbound leg we can descend to 2,000 feet. Missed approach starts overhead the A, tracking 245, climbing back to 3,000 feet, and then you'd probably return back to the NDB and re-enter the hole. So tracking 028, so essentially that way, outbound, and then you're coming back inbound, so 227. So you're going outbound that way, coming back in, imagining the NDB is here. Left hand holding patterns. So if I would enter the hold, I would be a direct entry. So imagine that's the NDB, I'm approaching from the bottom here, enter the hold. Pretty easy. Do the outbound, inbound, straightforward. So yeah, that'll be Princess Highway down there. I'll lovely view. Let's have a look outside. So you can see it's a lovely morning here in Melbourne as we head our way to Latrobe Valley. Okay, the other en route checklist is clear off. So I've got to check to make sure that the compass is aligned. So the problem with the compass is you have to be sitting right in front of it. So it's showing about 0, 9, 1 or 2. What are we showing here? About 0, 9, 2 or 3. So the compass is aligned with the HSI, or HSI is aligned with the compass. Log, so we were overhead at 03, estimated 27 minutes en route. So our ETA is 30, so the large hand will be here. Currently we're showing 11 minutes past the hour, so we still have a bit of time. Engine, we have the engine set, 23 inches of mercury and 2300 RPM. Engine itself, fuel pressure is looking good, the oil pressure is looking good, oil temperature is good, cylinder head temperature is looking good both sides, and cylinder, the cowls are closed for both engines. Altimeter, 299.2. Now, normally you would tune into the AWOS, set Latrobe Valley, you get the AWOS, you get the altimeter setting, because at this distance it probably is a little bit different in real life, but today, as long as it's flying in simulator, I'm not going to worry about it. But just to be aware of it, you do need to do that. R for radio, so obviously I would tune into the AWOS, get the AWOS, jot that down. Also, I would start monitoring the CTAF frequency as well for Latrobe Valley. The CTAF frequency for Latrobe Valley is 26.0. The AWOS is 28.2. What else is there? Radio orientation. Well, I know based on what I've seen so far that on my left we have things like Mount Dandenong, things like that, and obviously to the south we have things like French Island. You can barely just make out the distance on the wingtip there. So yeah, I know orientation wise I'm heading in the right direction. Fuel, we have both fuel selectors on. Left fuel selector is on left tank, right fuel selector is on right tank. And fuel pressure is good, and I should have, I turned the electric fuel pumps off earlier, so we're good. Clear off checks are complete. Now I will be descending to 3,000 feet, currently at 5,500 feet, so we're going to lose 2,500 feet, so that's for 5 minutes, 5-minute descent, plus 1 minute, so 6 minutes, descend, and it's 2-4. So at 24 minutes past the hour, that's when we'll start our descent into Latrobe Valley. And let's see. When we're 4 minutes out, we should be at about 10 nautical miles. So that'll be at 2.6. So when we're actually partway through our descent, we'll make our inbound call at about 10 miles. Now I know for a fact 10 miles west, the direction we're coming from, 10 miles west of Latrobe Valley Airport is the town of Moe, and it's actually a very distinctive bend in the road on the Princes Highway, and it's right on the intersection where the Princes Highway and the train line part directions. And there's also McDonald's right on that corner of the intersection. So if in real life you're flying there, you'll see the McDonald's on the corner there. There you go. And it's just a perfect spot to call 10 miles out. So there you go. So now we just sit back, relax for a little bit, and enjoy the view. But either way, keep an eye on the time. We're showing a 1.5 at the moment, and so we'll be starting our descent. Actually, that was the time we got to switch NDBs. We're on heading hold, so NDB. There we go. NDB pointing forward. And obviously in real life you would try and identify it. The Latrobe Valley NDB is dot dash dot dot dash dot 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 dash, the letters LTV. But I have to turn the volume down, otherwise you won't be able to hear me speak. So we'll just pretend that it's identified. Okay, now we're tracking inbound. The head of the needle is to the left of the track we want, so I have to go to the left. If you're going outbound, you have to do the opposite. Okay, so the track we want is about 20 degrees. It's showing at about 11 degrees relative bearing at the moment, so we'll just wait for it to get to about just before 20 and then I'll turn back. Obviously you're supposed to keep a lookout outside as well while you're doing this sort of thing. Even in IFR you still got to look outside, except if you're under the hood. Okay, you can see that the head of the needle for the NDB, it's about 15 degrees relative bearing. We're looking, when we're on track, it'll be about 20 or just under. Yeah, 20-ish or something. So I'll start and turn back now and then compare it. Alright. Pretty much on track. Very good. Awesome. It's a bit hard to see from here, but since Latrobe Valley is a large provider of electricity in Victoria, you have the high tension power lines running from Latrobe Valley all the way into Melbourne, and so you actually follow along with them for quite a distance. Can't really see from outside maybe. It's Princess Highway just off on the right there. And on the left, yeah, they're essentially under the high tension power lines, so we're essentially following them to the Latrobe Valley. A little harder to see from this angle. What's the clock tick over to 2.4? There we go. Pull the power back to 20 inches. And we get about 500 feet a minute. And make that call at 2.6. So in a couple of minutes we should be over Maui. And we're descending to 3,000 feet because we will do the NDB approach. So 2.5, 1 more minute. We'll make our call. See if we can see outside. Quite a distinctive turn in direction. Alright, we're at 2.6. So I haven't tuned the frequency, we'll just pretend what we have. Latrobe Valley traffic. Beechcraft Duchess Bravo Zulu Romeo Tango, approximately 10 miles to the west. 4,500 feet inbound. We'll descend to 3,000 feet, overfly the field, conduct an NDB approach at Latrobe Valley. We'll advise when overhead the field. Latrobe Valley traffic. That was probably a little bit too wordy, but you know, that's okay. Alright, 4,500 feet, 1,500 feet to go. Alright, so we're actually at 8.6, so it's a pretty good estimate. That's the body of water of us most likely. That's near the airport. So the airport's a bit south of that. Yep, there we go there. If only they stood out that easily in real life. It'd make it a lot easier. Alright, so the inbound track is 0 to 8 with left-hand holding pattern. So this is going to be a direct entry. So if you can imagine, that's the NDB. This is my moving map here, by the way. We're tracking this from the west to the NDB. We're going to enter a hold in that direction, outbound, then inbound 227, like that way. So you have to imagine it all on the HSI. 1,000 feet to go. And once I level off 3,000 feet, I'll keep the speed, the engine settings the same. The speed will slow down. Below 140, I'll put the gear down, because we'll be close to the NDB by the time we get there, to the 3,000 feet. And I have a timer on my control column, but I'll also try and make reference to the time here so that you can see it. I'm going to feet to go. Yeah, it was 3-0, so we should be there within a minute. Looking at the needle, it should start moving pretty quickly very soon. Here we go, it's about to start, it's about to get station passage. Don't climb. There's the station passage, start turn. Let's hold that altitude there. Latrobe Valley traffic, Beechcraft Duchess Bravo Zulu Romeo Tango overhead the field. We'll be conducting an NDB approach. Latrobe Valley traffic at 3,000 feet. Oop. Not the best call. 0 to 8, so one. There. Keep the turn coming around. And I need to pull that back a bit more. It's too fast. Okay, speed's below 140. We can put the gear down. That'll slow us down a bit. You see the speeds are washing off now because of that. And once I'm in the wide arc, I'll put 10 degrees of flaps out. Just the indicators down on the lower right there. Over in the wide arc, I'll put 10 degrees of flaps out. And I'll slow us down. We want about 100 knots. I need to put about 20, 21, I think, by memory. And we're about to get station passage. Just note where the little hand is. Now, that's station passage. Okay, so we want that hand back, same spot. We'll continue with our left too. Increase the throttle a little bit. If I'm ever using one of these clocks, I don't generally remember the actual number, I just remember the position of the hand. So on the opposite side, I know that's 30 seconds, so that's about there. So I know I have about 30 seconds to go, or just under. And we should be at about 30 degrees. So clearly, I might accidentally overshoot this one on my turn inbound. Okay, it's about a minute now. And as we're turning around, obviously we want to maintain level flight, rate 1, same speed, maintain altitude, and at the same time compare the NDB needle with the HSI needle as well. I'm not sure how accurate the simulator creates turning error with the NDB. Turning error is a very real thing. It's at 90 degrees there, so this is head of the needles slightly to the right of track, but we might catch up by the time. Where's the heading bug? Oh, there. Yeah, it's probably the red flags in the way. Should be almost close to being on track. Maybe not quite. Do wings level, see if there's any error correction. No. Okay, I don't know. I don't think it takes turning area into effect. Into account. We should be there in about 30 seconds or so. 15 degrees. It's at 10 degrees. I need it to be at about 15. Should be passage now. See how the needle's not turning back? Because we're pretty much overhead. Oh, there you go. We're overhead. Station passage. Right, note the time. Essentially 01. Start my timer. And actually we can descend to 2,000 feet. Back about 20 inches. And we go outbound for 2 minutes. And we're going outbound, so we're going to do the opposite of the tail, reference to the track we want. Oh, really? Just in tolerance. It's 45 seconds so far. About a minute more to go. Alright, so the inbound track is 227. That's 220 there. 5 out there. Alright, we've got about 15 seconds to go. We can go as low as 2,000 feet. We don't want to go below it until we're established. Heading boat still on the track we want outbound. Okay, that's 2 minutes. Start our turn. It's a right hand turn. Can't turn the heading boat too much, otherwise it'll start turning the other direction. It's not a smart autopilot, it's just an autopilot. It just does what it tells you tell it to do. Alright, we've got 200 feet to go. Cannot go below it. Comparing the two needles. Right, we're 100 feet above it. Let's just increase the nose, put the power back in so that maintain about the same speed. How's that needle looking there? It's actually looking pretty good. And that would be the town of Traralgon below us. That's where I used to live, in Traralgon. Right. Look at that. Alright, let's keep going down. 500 feet a minute, pull the power back. We can descend to 980 feet. And of course, you'll be keeping an eye out, and look at that, there's the airport there. Latrobe Valley traffic, Duchess Bravo Zulu Romeo Tango is about 3 miles to the east, northeast, inbound. I'll be doing full stop landing, and I forget what runway number it is. Alright, so we're visual, so normally you just disable the autopilot and go, thanks man, that's cool, we're visual. Pull the power back, pitch full forward, throttles back. Lower the nose, let's put more flaps out. Go with full flaps. Undercarriage down on lock, fuel pumps on. I should have done those earlier. Oy. That's awful. Mixture's rich, pitch full forward, fuel selectors are on, fuel pumps are on, switches are on both of them, hatched and harnesses. Make sure you're buckled in. And let's land this puppy. We're looking for 76 on final. My eyes are going between the airspeed indicator and the threshold of the runway, trying to get that perspective right. It is so much harder on the simulator, but hey, do what I can. And there's that road really is there. I've driven on that road many times. There you go, it's runway 21. Okay, great. I forgot. I'd forgotten what the runways were. we go. One of my better simulator landings. And we're a bit fast for that taxiway. In real life, yeah, I would have been able to make that one. But today, no. I don't even know if there are any other taxiways up here. Oh, there is. Let's take this one. Yeah, bit of skiddies. Yep. Don't skid in real life. Well, that's a huge building. I can assure you Latrobe Valley doesn't have anything like that. Wow. Alright, we'll just put the brakes on for the moment. And they can come off. Heating camouflage. Yep. Actually, electric trim. You'd put that on, take off. I think it was already on there. Okay. Don't need that anymore. That back. Flaps are up. Alright. Latrobe Valley traffic. Duchess Bravo Romeo Zulu Tango is clear of the active. Oh wow, there's palm trees here. Yeah, just like Latrobe Valley. No palm trees in Latrobe Valley. And no big terminal buildings like this either. There's like a little flying club there. But wow. Yeah. And yep, the NDB is pointing in the correct direction. They actually relocated the NDB to the other side of the airport when I was living in Moorabbin. Alright, let's just park here. I'll put the brakes on. They take a while to kick in. There we go. Alright, well, we're on the ground. Let's shut that off either. Alright, avionics off. Mixture lean. Switches off. Off. Put that back. And I believe you can put the chocks in and stuff. Oh, maybe you can't. There you go, let's have a look outside. What a beautiful bird. Look at that. Alright, well, this is Latrobe Valley. That's, in some ways, a pretty accurate depiction. You actually do have a forest like that over there. And, yeah, just the terminal building is way off. But, yeah, $100 hamburger. There's no restaurant at the actual airfield. My recommendation would be go to the Latrobe Valley Gallery. They have a great little cafe there. You can get some great food, and it's a good meal. I highly recommend it. It's not far from the airport. It won't take you long to get into the town, and it's in Morwell. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.